Hello everyone and welcome to the floor. Welcome to another episode of Cinnamon Stitches. I'm your yarn host Jennifer. I'm squatting on the floor. Why am I sitting on the floor? Because, and I'm a little bit embarrassed for you to see this angle because this is a hot mess. This is my scrap bin, or my working bin as we shall call it. And the reason it is there is because of the wonderful things she does. There's a lot going on. I'm getting ready to go out of town for a couple days. And the reason I'm going out of town is because my wonderful husband is out of town on business and he wants me and little man to join him. We're not far out of town. We're still in Virginia at this point. But I'm going to be sitting in a hotel a couple of days with a 10-year-old. And the 10-year-old has video games to bring with him. And I'm not bringing my system. I don't do video games anyway. I mean, it would be fantastic if I brought my Xbox and I played Dreamlight Valley, but I honestly would rather craft. So I have my crafting drum. I showed this to you. I showed this to you in a video. This is my favorite way to carry yarn, to travel with yarn, to hold yarn for projects, because it has holes. It also has a divider, which is just slightly out of reach. Let me see if I can grab it. Ooh! It's under the desk, where I store all of the under the desk things. My laptop bag is under here, which I'm debating whether I have to bring my laptop or not, depending on what I'm able to accomplish today before I actually leave. It has this divider, which has Bentley hair all over it. So you can hold 4 skeins. I don't need 4 skeins, but it also holds, when you have 4 skeins in here, the divider holds the drum open. And it keeps everything nice and neat. I've showed this. I will link it below in case you travel a lot. In case you need something. This is even good not just for traveling. This is good for putting big skeins of yarn in to sit on the couch if you have cats and dogs, which you can't see, but just behind this chair is 2 dogs. I'm fairly confident they're in the tiny little dog bed together. Ugh! Here's one. There they are. Aren't they adorable? That's Oreo. And that's Bentley. Alright, now the reason I'm sitting here on the floor is because I don't know what I want to work on while I'm gone. Because I'm only going to be gone a couple days. I also plan on, provided they have a heated pool, which I think they do, doing a little swimming and actually spending time with my child. But I know that there's going to be downtime in the hotel. And I'm going to need something to occupy myself. Because if my hands aren't busy, then my mind starts to do things that I don't like to deal with. Anxiety kicks in. I just get real cranky if I'm not busy. Which is why a lot of you are like, you need to slow down, you need to slow down. I can't slow down because then my brain kicks in and I don't want my brain to kick in. Okay? Because like, it's just that time of year where my brain acts up and I need to keep busy. And yesterday you guys saw, I was showing you the buffalo. A lot of people were like, that's too much work. I couldn't do that. I feel sorry for you. A lot of people yelled at me about not having my face covered. But I figured I can't breathe out of my nose anyway. So I wasn't actually inhaling anything up my nose to give me an allergic reaction. So, I mean, yes, I probably should have been wearing a face covering dealing with that amount of dust. But I did not. So, oh, also, look at what I found at Ollie's. $5. Now, a couple of things I'm going to say in this video, okay? You don't know who Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood is. Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood is like king, okay? He was the king of gentle parenting. He was the king of be kind to yourself, love yourself, be kind to others, love others. Mr. Rogers was an amazing person. And if you have not seen, what is the name of the movie? Tom Hanks does a version. He does a biography movie on something about my neighborhood. Hang on, I'll look it up. I'll look it up while we're sitting here. Tom Hanks, Mr. Rogers movie. Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. If you haven't seen that, watch it. It is on Hulu with a subscription, Sling TV with a premium subscription. It's $3.99 on Amazon Prime. It's $3.98 to rent on Google Play and Videos. It's $3.99 on YouTube. It's $3.99 on Fandango. It is worth the $4 to watch the movie. It's a really good movie. I saw this at Ollie's, and first of all, it made me think of Kayla, because it says it's a beautiful day to crochet, which she says every day in her video practically. But also it's Mr. Rogers, and I also like the trolley. I haven't opened it yet, because and the regular price was $25 US and $34 Canadian. And it was $4.99 because apparently it went to Ollie's. And it says there's 12 delightful projects for Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood Make-Believe. You can get Daniel the Tiger. So it says it includes an illustrated book that guides you step by step through each pattern, along with materials needed to make Mr. Rogers his cardigan in both red and blue, and Daniel the Tiger. Yarn in 12 colors, a crochet hook, a metal tapestry hook, 2 pair of safety eyes, and fiberfill stuffing. I was obsessed with Trolley when I was a little girl and Daniel the Tiger. I love Daniel. And Daniel the Tiger has a cartoon now apparently, but like the original, the OG. So that's in my room. Couple of things. Have you seen those Wooble kits? They're Amigurumi kits, and they give you the stuff in there for like an Amigurumi. This was $5 at Ollie's, and Ollie's always has this kind of stuff. Those Wooble kits are like $13, $14 at Walmart. I was like, what are they? Why are they charging so much? And then the Woobles yarn at Joann's, I haven't even touched, but the price is ridiculous. Find little kits like that. And furthermore, this is what drives me nuts about the Woobles, okay? They're charging all that for like a pattern and the yarn, right? You can get so many quality free Amigurumi patterns online, or Amigurumi patterns for under $5, and the yarn is already in your stash. I don't understand it. You literally could use any yarn with Amigurumi. It's just the skinnier yarn will make a smaller project, fat yarn will make a bigger project. And we all have scraps we can make it with, right? This box ain't scraps, but I have not put some of my yarn away yet. Which is crazy to me because big giant hole here. Big giant, like so much yarn will fit in this hole. My big ball, my cabinet with the big balls is half empty now because I used 2 of the really big balls for the blanket, which is currently on my living room floor because Bentley was laying on it. He's in here now. He was laying in front of the tree. I used almost 3 of the Jiffy and the Comfies on my sweater, which is back here. And then I used 2 giant anniversary, 2 half, because the other halves are over here. But I've used up a lot of really big balls, so there's a lot of room for this to be put away now, but I didn't have room prior to that. And then I still have my yarn from Art Hive. So I'm trying to go through and decide. Of course, Holly is over here. Trying to decide what I want to pack. Yarn sale, non-yarn sale, non-yarn sale. I got all of the L. What do I want to pack? Because what do I want to make while I'm gone? Do I want to start another cardigan? No. I'm over the cardigans. I kind of want to make a sweater. But what do I want to make the sweater out of? Because I'm supposed to be starting a sweater out of the L. Right? But when you're traveling, you don't want to make a big project. I don't need any more hats. I have made, I don't know, 10 hats in the past month. Maybe more than that. I made a lot of hats. Remember I made all those hats from my pattern, and then I made a couple knit hats, and then I made a hat to match each one of my cardigans. And yes, I did make a rainbow hat. I made it last night. Took all of a half an hour. So, I'm all ready for winter, which is a good thing because It's cold and yucky outside today. Hats galore. Don't need mittens or anything like that because I don't wear them. My kids don't wear them. And that's where I'm stuck. That's where I'm stuck. Headband. See, there's hats even in this bucket. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move stuff around. I should just pack the little ones from Art Hive and figure out what I want to make with that, but probably not going to do that. So we're going to sit on the floor together. Don't worry, you can stay in your chair if you can't get up off the floor very easily. I know. I don't know how I'm going to get up. I don't know how I'm going to get up. So we are stash diving. We are stash diving in my scrap bin. That's not scraps. That needs to be put in a cabinet. And this bucket underneath is not scraps. Did you see it's all falling down? This needs to be re-caked up. This is my Christmas yarn I used for the scrubbies. I have been using this for a couple years now, and every Christmas I make hand towels, washcloths, etc. with the Christmas yarn, which I have in white and red, and wherever the green went. Like I said, we have hats galore. I'm gonna have to donate those. I was thinking about just taking them down and passing them out to the homeless people downtown, because our downtown area, we go down there a lot. My post office box is in the downtown area, and we go down there a lot. We're downtown a lot. We like to drive down there just for the heck of it. My favorite store is down there, Sugar and Spruce. Sugar and Spruce makes bath bombs and bath products, and I love their bath bombs. And they do have mail order if you ever want some really good bath bombs. They're fantastic. They dissolve entirely and don't stay in my bathtub. So, love them for that. And they smell really, really good. And then we go down there for whenever there's like events. They have a lot of downtown events. And I was down there last week, and there's a church on the main part of downtown down there. And there was, I don't know, 20 people waiting outside the church. And I'm guessing they were waiting for shelter from the cold. So I was thinking about just going down there and handing out hats, because I have a supply of probably 100 hats. I make a lot of hats and then I stash them in case someone I know needs them. But I think that it would probably be good, because a lot of them are just made out of acrylic. It would be good to go and pass them out to somebody that actually could use them. I have 2 Ogos that I pulled out with the intention of making a dog blanket. Those are my last 2 Ogos that I got from Ollie's. Never used them, so they need to be re-stashed. And apparently I never weaved in the end for this. My beautiful scarf with the spun colors. A little tiny scarf. Isn't that pretty? Spun Colors is like really, really underrated for the Premier yarns. Like, it's one of their best yarns. It does have superwash merino in it, but I mean, look at how gorgeous that is. So I'm guessing the label was still on that, because I need to weave in the ends. Alright, and then this is not a scrap either. This is from Joann's last year. No, this is not from last year. I intended on using some of this prism for something. It's beautiful. It's in here. It needs to go in the brand new box. So we have new, and then this is half used. This one is partially used, which is why it's in there. So this is my scraps. This is what is left over, mostly from videos or projects that you have seen. So this is partially used because I use this for the sunshine bag, whatever I called it. I don't remember what I used this gray for. But apparently... oh god. Oh look, found some more Amigurumi kits. Winnie the Pooh and Mickey Mouse. So that needs to be put somewhere else, probably up there. We have red because when I was doing when I was planning the cardigans, the Sandy cardigans. So a little sneak behind the scenes of how Lilo N Stitches works. Where's this green at? Back there somewhere. It'll make my life easier. I wanted to design a cardigan, and I was playing with ideas when I was designing the cardigans back here. And I was playing with ideas in my head of what I wanted the cardigans to look like. But because I wasn't sure how much yarn it was going to take to make the full cardigan, I did a swatch. And I used red, white, and green because that's the colors of the puzzle that I had. And when I tell you that this would be a beautiful sweater in these exact colors, this made me so excited about the cardigan because I think that this is beautiful. And this is very elf chic to me, and like I could see making a hat out of this yarn. And this is just scraps that I had in my stash already. So this is, I think this is the yarn from Walmart, the Mainstay. The green is back there and I can't reach it. I am positive is Premier Yarns. And then the white was, I think, left over from a big ball of the white yarn from I want to say the $5 ones from the Dollar Tree from Premier. I think that's what this white is, but I'm not positive on that. And isn't that beautiful? So this was the inspiration. I was going through my crochet book looking at different stitches. And I was like, I want it to be solid so that there's not holes, so that it's a warm sweater, so that I can wear it as a coat if I need to. I wanted it to not be puff stitches. I didn't want anything too bulky because I was working with a 5 weight. And so I was going through and marking different stitches. And me and Juju were actually going through, and we found one that was a shell stitch, and it was different than this. And when I started to work it up, this bottom row is actually a different shell stitch than the top rows. And they were doing it a different way, and it was just more complicated. And so I was like, I know how to do a shell stitch. I don't like the way they're doing it in this book. So I just changed it to this. And I worked up a little swatch. I liked the way it felt. There's not holes in it. And this is a 4 weight. So I knew if it worked for a 4 weight, it would work for a 5 weight. And this is where the idea from the sweater came from. So usually I keep them attached because I will frog them out and then tuck the yarn back into the project, or the ball of yarn. I don't like wasting yarn, but because I can't reach the green right now and I don't know where the white is somewhere in this basket, I just clipped it and we're gonna have scraps. And I know that I was using this gray for something, but I can't think of what I was using it for. And why it's a big tangled mess in here. So, and with the sweater that I'm planning with the L by Me yarn, the Odette, I am going to do very simple. I'm either going to do double crochets or half double crochets. And I'm not doing anything fancy. I'm just going to do a sweater very similar to the Spring Fling t-shirt. Is that the one? Spring Fling t-shirt, or is the spring, what is it? I think it's a Spring Fling t-shirt. The one I made out of the cotton sprout. I'm just going to do that, but with sleeves for the sweater. I just want it very simple because the yarn is so fluffy. You're not going to see specialty stitches in it. And this is a tangled mess. That's all I have planned for that. So that will be a really easy sweater, and that shouldn't take me very long. But I'm going to give myself, because I've made 3 cardigans in 2 weeks, I'm actually going to give myself a break before starting another big project like that, which is why I'm looking through and trying to decide what I want to actually make. Like I said, this is my scrap bin, but it also has full skeins of yarn in here because I put them in here with the intention of, I'm going to work on that. I'm going to make something really cute out of this furry yarn and then not get around to it. Because I don't work with furry yarn very often, and honestly, I don't do amigurumi very often, so I don't plan on making, like, this would be a really cute little mouse, right? It would be adorable little mouse. I'm not making a mouse. I don't like amigurumi enough to do all that. I'm just balling up this excess yarn so I can tuck it in here. And this tells me that this yarn was used at one time, but it's still good. I'm looking, wouldn't these go beautifully together? This is the leftover yarn for my cardigan, so this is Jiffy yarn in that blue-gray color. And this is Lion Brand Gopher Faux Sparkle in the color Comet. Wouldn't that be a beautiful hat? Like with a big, you know what, we might pack this. Because that would be a beautiful project. I'm going to tuck that in there just on the odd chance. I also have it in pink. Oh, this is Thick and Quick. This is a little different than that one. That one is Sparkle. This is Thick and Quick. I have it in pink. I have, see, I'm telling you, like, it's putting stuff that goes together in here. This is Gopher Faux Sparkle in the color Galaxy. And then the blue jean yarn, the jeans yarn, in the color Classic. Tell me that wouldn't make a cool hat. That's being packed too, because that would be fun to do. Alright. I have a little ball of purple, a little ball of rainbow. I don't remember what yarn that's from. I have a little ball of this left over from these hats. I have a baby hat I made and I never gave away to anybody. That's going to be a donate thing. A knit hat from the L yarn from Premier. I have a lot of just pieces hanging off. Where's this at? This is this. Alright. Anti-pilling Everyday Worsted in the color Fern Green. Funny story. I have the anti-pilling acrylic in every shade of green that they have. Because I don't know why. I bought them all with the intention of doing something with it. I think I was going to make a blanket. Never got around to it. And now I'm just using the green that's in stash for weird random projects. Little ball of gray left over. I have a swatch of Hometown USA because I was going to make something out of this. I think I was swatching a blanket. I was going to do corner to corner granny. Hated it. Hated it. So I stuck it back in here. And I keep the sample worked up so I can remember. And I rip the label. It'll be fine. Put that there. Another ball of the Classic. Put that over there. Just Chenille from the Dollar Tree. I bought that for a video and haven't used it. That's actually really soft. That would probably, look, that would go together too. Alright. Leftover from the L yarn. Another big giant ball of cotton. I need to figure out what to do with the big giant balls of cotton. I don't remember what yarn this is. This is not typical acrylic. This is like a polyester. I don't remember what yarn that is. I made a ghost out of that. I made a ghost. I have a boob implant, that really big one I used for the tutorial. It's another donate situation. Just yarn. My Dollar Tree yarn all ends up in here. I got a little scrap ball of Christmas in here. My Dollar Tree yarn always ends up in here because I don't like storing little tiny balls. This I pulled out because I was going to make a project with it. This needs to go over there with the hand-dyed yarns. Mainstay in the color blue. One time I went to the thrift store and I bought a big giant ball or box filled with scrap balls. This was in the beginning of my crochet journey and I couldn't afford anything except thrift store yarn. And it was a big box and it looked very similar to this. You're gonna laugh when you hear what I said. Okay, there's white hiding back there somewhere. Nope, that's just a scrap piece. I was balling up all this beautiful yarn and there was a partially made knit project in Unforgettable, which is a beautiful yarn, okay? And there was just a lot of balls of yarn just thrown in there, tangled all the high heavens, like it was bad. And I am busy trying to get everything sorted out and unknotted, and I'm balling it all up nice and neat and getting everything looking good, and I'm cussing whoever had this yarn prior to me. Why? She should not have this beautiful yarn if she's not going to take care of it. Do you sense the irony in this story? She should not be allowed to have, project bag, all this beautiful yarn if she's not going to take care of it. It shouldn't be allowed to get this tangled. Oh, I was judgy. I was so judgy. Scrap black. Oh, I think this was Hobie yarn, I think. This was beautiful worked up. Absolutely beautiful colors. Some of these would be so pretty in a hat. I have quite a... Why is this in here? I must have pulled them out for a project and then never used them. I don't remember what this yarn is either, but that's like fuzzy. And then we have the never-ending baby yarn scraps from the 70s and 80s that I always get at the thrift store. These actually aren't like super rough. They actually feel kind of nice. But they're in here because, and that just fell backwards. I put yarn in here with the intention of I need to use this yarn. It's been hanging around too long, I need to use it. Soft and sleek baby in the color white. Got a lot of white scraps over here. White. White. I think this is... I want to say it's... I don't know. It feels like it might be some of this yarn. No idea. Not a clue. Alright, so I have yarn packed for at least 2 hats. And I'm probably going to crochet them. By the way, I don't know if you know, I showed this in a previous video. Like we made, what did we make out of this? I held 3 together and I made something out of this denim yarn. Do you remember what it was? I don't have a clue. Anyway, this is on sale for even cheaper on Premier Yarns website right now. So they have the bag of 5 Himalayan denim, I think for $3.75 for a bag of 5. Let me look it up. Let me look it up. They're having what they're calling their holiday sale. Give it a minute, it'll go down. Their holiday sale up to 50% off, which I didn't know about, so I clicked on it. right? They have the denim on sale. A bag of 5 for $3.75. Blew my mind. And then they have some of the other ones. Baby DK bag of 5 for $7.50. Lana Lux bag of 5, $7.50. The Toffee, which is a really soft, fluffy fur yarn, a bag of 5 for $3.75, which is an amazing deal. That stuff is so soft, and it works up really good for like what I'm doing with these hats, with the like for the brim, or for a scarf. It would make a beautiful scarf. They also have all of the same yarns that were on sale for Black Friday for Universal Yarns are still on sale. The Rustic is still $3 a ball. All of the basics are on sale for 25% off. So, Basics Worsted, which is, I just had some. It's the white. I told you it was the white. What did I do with it? It's not those two. Anyway, the Basics Worsted, the Basics DK, the Basics Chunky, the Basics Mosaic, the Basics Shimmer, which is the sparkle version, is on sale $2.99. Basics Super Bulky, Basics Marl and Tweed are on sale. All of them are on sale for 25% off. So at the lowest price is $2.99, and the highest price is, nope, the lowest price is $2.24. And the highest price is $3.74 for the Basic Super Bulky. And then they still have other yarns. The Stitch Pleasers are all on sale for 20% off. Yeah. Check out Premier if you still need some bargain yarn. That Sparkle Basics is beautiful. Alright. I have 2 Big Twist Parties in here that I only partially used. I have a whole supply of this Basics Party, or not Big Twist Party yarn. And it's beautiful. It looks so, it like fades. It makes beautiful things. I just can't, for some reason, figure out what I want to make with it. And then Fibra Natural I bought. Haven't used it because it's super thin. What is this? I can't see. I got a trombone it, hang on. 100% superwash. I really can't see. I think that's a number 1. At the very thickest, it might be a sport weight, but it feels like it's a number 1. And then Mary Maxim Super Soft. I discovered this and then they immediately discontinued it. This stuff is really nice. Is in here. What is in my yarn condom? What is this? Oh, this is leftover comfy from Knitpicks, the comfy that I used for the MJ's Off the Hook sweater, the purple one. This is wool. This is Draylon. Isn't that pretty? 1 ball of cotton. And then the Grignosco. What did I make? I made something out of this. I know what I made. I made that. I made that out of this. This is cotton that I got at the Creative Reuse store in Norfolk, 757 Creative. So that's what this was made out of. I get asked about this all the time. So this is Jada and Stitches. It's 3 granny squares. Actually, I think hers is 5 granny squares. I made mine 6 because I'm fat, and I made my squares bigger than hers. But that is a Jada and Stitches pattern. And I just used cotton. All right, we're at the end of my bucket, which means we're all cleaned out. So now what we need to do is put the scrap balls at the bottom. What I really need to do is pack them and work them into something, but I don't want to get my balls all twisted. Now, because these are all different weights and different thicknesses, well, obviously different weights, they're all different fibers. I don't want to put them all into a scrap blanket or a scrap rug, which I could. I don't want to, though. What I typically do with these scraps is I turn them into hats Most often I turn them into hats like that. That's just enough for like a partial hat. There's enough here for a hat, enough here for 2 hats. And then, I don't know what I'm going to do with the rest. A lot of these are full balls, almost full balls. And I don't want to pack. Well, thank you for grabbing that. I'm not a huge fan of Hirschner's yarn, I'm going to be real honest. It's a really good price for what it is, but I just would almost rather use any other yarn. And I know that's probably not fair to Hirschner's, but I want to love Hirschner's because Hirschner's has unique colorways. It has some really fun yarns. All right, that's 2 different reds trying to wind in together. What is happening? Do you see where I put my scissors? I have a ton of Hirschner's in all different colorways. Mr. Cinnamon bought me some, and I just cannot. It's not my favorite to use. It feels a little bit dry, you know. And when I have eczema, I'm working with stuff that makes me feel like it's dry. I struggle with. It's not a bad yarn though. It's not bad. It's just not my favorite. And that one, this one's actually called Scarlet, which is the name of the 3rd dog that's not in here. Well, I can't say the 3rd dog anymore because I have 4 dogs now. Because Ponyo, while she is technically and legally Juju's dog, she's still living in this house, and she is Grammy's baby, can I tell you? I'm her Grammy. She comes up to me, because Juju works a lot. Juju's been working crazy hours. And so Grammy has been taking good care of her. I still make Juju do all the like cleaning up the poops and the pees and the feeding and all that good stuff. But I get to do all the fun stuff like cuddling and snuggling and, you know, training her to sit on command and giving her snacks because the other dogs are getting snacks. And yeah, I really love that dog. And I was not bonded to her when she was a foster at all. Like, I liked Pete and Andy way more. I loved Pete. And as you know, my heart was broken when they adopted him out without me ever saying goodbye to him. But have not heard a single word on either dog. So hopefully they're in a happy house. They're having a great time and they're being spoiled. But I just have not heard a single thing. Don't know what's going on with them. I just hope they're well. But with it just being us now, Ponyo has really shown her character and her personality. And oh my god, I love that dog. First of all, she's cute as a button with her little chin sticking out a half a mile. And she loves giving kisses the same way Bentley gives kisses. Now, if you've watched the channel, my dogs don't lick my face. I don't let them. I hate it. Bentley has always kissed where he brings me his face and lets me kiss him on the mouth. Which I know to some of you is gross. I don't care. I love my Bubbas. Look at, he's such a good boy. Ponyo does the same thing. She does not, I mean, she licks. Don't get me wrong, she licks. But she does not lick. Like Oreo back here. This one. She licks obsessively. Everything all the time. It's like a nervous tick of hers. She's also a Pointer Dalmatian mix. And because of that, she's a nervous wreck of a dog. And Scarlet licks like she's trying to eat you. She licks very aggressively, like hard licking, like, and I hate her licking me. I hate it. But Ponyo is more along the lines of Bentley, and she's just gentle, and she lets you kiss her instead of like forcing you to deal with her kissing, like Oreo and Scarlet do. And I'm just gonna leave these whole ones in here because I put them in here with the intention of working on them, and I'm gonna bury the messy ones at the bottom. And I think I have 2 good projects to work on. And I might pack a couple of smaller, because we're only going to be gone a couple days. I don't know what, I know where the green is. I think the green is in the garage because I ran out of twine to hang up my Christmas wreaths on my porch. I have 4 Christmas wreaths on the railing. And because I have an excessive amount of yarn. See, that looks better. Doesn't that look nice and neat? Instead of pouring out everywhere. I still have yarn hidden back there that I'm going to have to get when I stand up. Because it's this nasty parfait yarn that I can't stand. That I need to just donate. But every once in a while I have the use for a parfait. And I have Parfait Chunky Chenille Brights. And there's another Chenille Brights over there. Which is unraveling. Alright, I think we're cleaned up. Chenille Brights. One more fur for the win. Alright. What was I saying? I was telling you something. Not a clue. Not a clue. Labels. My garbage can is way over there. So I would like comments below. Creative ideas for scraps. Okay, I don't want the typical blanket. I know we can make scrap blanket. If you do something, scrappy hats, scrappy scarves, scrappy sweaters, unique ways, even a rug is like, I don't mind scrap rugs, but I have rugs all over the house. And Ponyo, because when she was a foster, was being trained to use a pee-pee pad, if there is a rug on the floor currently, she thinks it's a pee-pee pad and tries to pee on it. So rugs are out right now. There's still yarn back there. I gotta find it. So ideas for what you use scraps for, or ideas you can think of for scraps. Unique, creative, something out of the ordinary. I'm thinking hats for donation. Because you can use different thicknesses and textures for hat projects. You could use that for any project, to be honest with you. I don't really like the look of it with most things, but I'm just trying to figure out what I can work on while I'm gone using scraps. But I think I'm going to make these, I think these 2 hats are going to be a lot of fun. That's a hat. This is going to be a hat. This is going to be real nice because this Jiffy yarn is delicious and this fur is so soft. That fur is real soft. I was thinking about actually making a double hat and lining the entire hat with the fur. The only problem with that is I don't know if there's enough fur here for the entire hat. And this stuff is not stretchy at all. So I would have to really make it to fit my head really well, or else it's not going to fit. Because there's no stretch in that fluffy yarn. So, oh, I forgot I had yarn up here. I have more of that blue. I have more of it. And black. There's purple up there on the desk. And I have color theory yarn that doesn't belong up there, but I was going to use that for a project. Alright, I think we decided I'm going to make hats while we're gone with those yarns. So I think we're packed. Now I got to put stuff away. I actually have to pack clothes for our little, it's not even a trip. It's not far enough away from the house to be a trip, but I'm going to be staying in a hotel, which I'm really hoping that my back problems hold out. Did you guys know I lost my good triangle pillow? And I have bought several triangle pillows and other pillows to replace it, just to realize once I started visiting the chiropractor, I can't use triangle pillows anymore. He fixed my back so well that I can't and don't need to sleep on that high of an incline anymore. So the triangle pillows are out, but I still might pack my memory foam pillow because hotel pillows suck. They're so thin and flat that it's almost like not having a pillow at all, and I need at least a pillow to give my neck support because there's crunched nerves in there, you know. So I need to remember to pack that and not forget it in the hotel. But I think luckily for me, because we're not staying the whole time with Mr. Cinnamon, because he's already been there. He's there right now. We're going out there tonight, me and little man are, and then we're coming home in a couple days from when I'm recording this, and I think he still has a day or two past when we leave. He's gonna be out there, so you know, we're just gonna join him for a couple days so that he's not alone and I'm not alone for the holidays. I mean, Juju's here, but you know, I don't like being without my husband for a long period of time, and he doesn't like being away from me for a very long time, and I think that's what makes us have... I just found another whole giant bag of scraps. It's in a Ziploc bag, and I can't reach it to show it to you. I'm not going to worry about it right now. I'm going to put this box of yarn probably in that cabinet and up here in that hole right here where I showed you, because there's room. I just haven't gotten to put the things away yet. I'm going to put my Amigurumi kits up there, and I'm going to end the video right now. Thank you for hanging out with me. One of the main things of having ADHD is having somebody shadow you. And even though I can't see or hear you back, talking to you while I'm doing something that I don't want to do actually helps a lot. And when I was talking to my sister, it's been almost 2 years now that she hasn't really wanted anything to do with me, but when I was talking to my sister, I used to call her all the time, and I would stay on the phone with her while I was cleaning because it would help me to have somebody, it's called shadowing, to have somebody shadow me, just be there to keep me company and keep me talking while I'm doing projects that I don't like doing, like deep cleaning and all that. And so I thank you for being my shadow today and just being here while I'm doing the stuff and helping me decide on making these really cool hats. I think these hats are going to be really cool. And they're going to be really like that. That's going to be really nice on the brim of a hat. It's so ridiculously soft. I might actually, because like I said, I still have some of this. I might pack some of that too. Or the brown. I feel like I have brown flirt fur. So, although, yes. Because that's purple. I know you can't see it, but that's purple. What do you think? I think that would be a really pretty hat. I think we're going to pack this too. And then I will hold the brown double together because this is a 3-weight. Let's see about that. Well, that's pink. I also have this pink. But I think this pink makes this look dull, but the brown makes it look prettier. Right? I think so. I think the brown and the pink is better. Then I have tan. But honestly, I'm thinking the tan and the pink. Someone asked me the other day, like, they were like, I really wish I had your color mixing skills. Honestly, I don't know that I have skills. I just look and like, oh, I like those two colors together. I will grab random colors and just set them next to each other, and yeah, I think that works. No, that does not work at all. That don't work at all. Alright, I'm going to sign off. I'm going to let you guys go. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. Thank you for hanging out with me, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.